Supercross Live on supercrossonline.com. Kevin Barnett catching up with Red Bull KTM's Ryan Dungey. And Ryan, last week was an awesome race, just from a fan perspective to watch. How many messages of congratulations did you get?
Quite a few. It was definitely a fun day. You know, I mean, just the whole weekend. You know, we're going there for press, and you know, that's where we grew up. You know, that's where it all kind of started, and that's where I got to watch the pros back when I was young as a kid, and it was really neat to see all the people just that I grew up with along the way. I mean, just from going to the local races to going to the Supercross to practicing and everything. You know, I couldn't believe all the people that I got to catch up and see again. You know, sadly there's not a lot of time. You know, it's a pretty packed day, but it was fun. You know, going the day started off great. Practice went really well. Times were awesome, and I knew we had the speed. You know, just the heat race went good. Got a good pick for the main, and I knew I had to be there in the beginning and not let Villopoto get away. You know, that's where his strong point is. So we're able to capitalize on that, make the pass at the end, and get a win. And in front of the hometown, you couldn't. It was a great day.
You and I chatted last week about the aggression factor and that first lap to start, and it seemed like, I believe you got away fifth on the start. But then that first lap, you carved right through everybody. And did you have a little more aggression? Was a little more behind you there to get Villopoto?
I mean, that's what I focused on. You know, I mean, that first lap I was fourth, and I saw Villopoto get in the lead, and it actually worked out good because that next corner, those two guys kind of went into the kill for each other, and I hopped on the tabletop, made the pass, and you know, and just tried to focus on that. And it was a fight to the end, you know, and obviously that, you know, he's tough, you know, he's going to be there for the whole race, and you can count on that. So I knew we were in it for the long haul, you know, if no mistakes were made on both of our ends, and it was good, you know. I think it was really neat to just to race that hard all the way to the end, you know. That's what the fans want, and that's what I would like too, you know. So you know, just try to keep carrying that momentum forward and coming into here Seattle and throughout the rest of the races.
Yeah, 22 points, not an insurmountable lead, but certainly a decent lead for Villopoto. What can you do you think, to carve into that from your aspect? Just good performance?
Yeah, performance, and then you know, just focusing on each race individually, you know. And I mean, the championship's there, and we know it, but it ain't gonna, you know, do any good to just sit and focus on that. You know, we're gonna have to keep putting our best foot forward and putting it all out there. You know, I think these race wins are gonna be helpful. Keeping the pressure on is gonna be key too. But you know, at this point, it's you know, kind of just got to do that. Focus on our deal, get these wins. You know, keep gaining points, and hope for something big to happen for us to put ourselves in that championship position and see where we're at in Vegas.
Is there any way to put pressure on them in practice at all? I mean, what's the approach to practice and lap times?
I think absolutely. You know, I mean, starting out the day quick and good is always key, and ending it going into the night show. It's a little bit of a gauge. You know, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily stress on, but to put that in their heads and know it, but and just you know, the heat race and the main event, you know, I mean, that, you know, but it all starts early on, you know, as soon as you wake up out of bed, you know, that's where I believe that's where the day starts, and that's how kind of you predict how it's going to go, as far as your attitude and how you want to apply yourself to making all the right choices on the day.
Practice will be a little bit different today. The track is covered now. It's been quite wet. Does it take it a little longer to pick the track apart? Do you approach the track differently when you have a situation like today?
Well, I mean, that's another part. That's another factor. And we go into this West Coast and the open stadiums, and that rain does play a factor in everything, and can kind of throws a little mix into things, you know. So it'll be interesting tonight to see how things go. I'm not sure how the track is. Haven't seen it, but you know, if they covered it up, I'm sure the trannies in the middle of the jumps will be a little wet, but kind of a sandier base shouldn't be too bad. But we'll see how the weather plays out and how the track holds up, and it could be a race tonight. You know, it could be a tough one too, with how rutted and soft the dirt is. I've been here in 2010. It was nasty and it was hard to ride. So that's where mistakes happen. But you know, that's where we're gonna have to be on top of our game even more.